the dichotomy of leadership, and that old style leadership, as I'm sure you're aware, was command and control, very rigid, very stiff. And because my background is in psychology, the mind loves to polarize. And the polarity of that is, oh my God, that doesn't work. So now we're just going to let everybody do whatever they want. And that doesn't work. And one of the things I talk about is this dichotomy between the rigid and the flexible. And I believe that the best state of leadership is the blend of the two, is how do you bring those two things together. And I'm hearing a sense of that in what you're saying.
Well, so let me give you same similar concept applies with creativity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Creativity is another flow trigger, and what I mean by that is underneath creativity, there's a lot going on. But one of the things there is pattern recognition. When you connect two ideas together,
yeah.
When you connect ideas together, right? You filled out a crossword puzzle, that little rush of pleasure when you get an answer right. That's dopamine again,
yeah.
Right? So pattern recognition, right? Blah, blah, triggers dopamine. So one of the things about creativity is we hear all this crap about outside the box thinking and blah, blah, blah. And the truth of the matter is unlimited creativity, when it's wide open, usually gets you nowhere. Being creative inside the box is much more effective. Mm-hmm. The blend of the command and control and the super flexi, right? You do need some limits, right? And one of the things that's good with flow also is, and this doesn't happen in the super flexi environments, you need risk. Risk is another focusing mechanism, right? It drives attention. If anything goes and it doesn't really matter, right? There's no risk. There's not enough risk. You're not paying enough attention, right? So I agree with you. I think there is there's some kind of management style in between. I mean, at the Flow Genome Project, our philosophy is hire the best 1% and then get the hell out of it. Give them exactly what they're doing and then get the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
Right? Set the goals, hire the right people, set the goals you want, and then get out of the way.
Well, as Branson said, there's no point in hiring smart people and then telling them what to do.
Exactly.
So it's really...
Well, the other thing is, you want to hire the most creative people you possibly can. And as a creative person, if you tell us exactly what to do and don't give, why are you bothering to hire the most creative people if you're going to tell them what to do? It doesn't make any sense.
No, exactly. And I think that, like I said, I think it's this blend between the two places. Like, you don't want to be this wishy-washy leader who's saying, well, we're kind of working in this area, see what you can do, who also flip-flops their opinion all the time. And you also can't afford to be that rigid that you're not letting people breathe or step into their flow or into their creativity. And those two things coming together, to me, just seems like the most elegant form of leadership, because it takes a lot of fierceness. Like, this is what we do, this is what we're about, this is the outcome we're driving to, because this is what matters to us. How you get there is up to you. We believe in your skills, your talents, stepping into that.
I don't know if you see this, but one of the things we say at the Flow Genome Project also is we like to hire, if we can, out of the people with action sports backgrounds. And the thinking is, the action sport athletes can do two things. For sure. They can execute, because if you don't execute in the backcountry, you're going to die. Right. And when stuff goes crazy, they get calm. Because if you don't, people are going to die. Right? And what I find today, and I'm sure you've seen the same thing, is that these days, everybody wants to be an idea guy. Oh, I've got millions of ideas. I'm an idea guy. Let me just be creative. Nobody can execute. People are terrible at executing. So I think, one of the things that I agree with everything you're saying about leadership, but you also have to hire people who know how to execute, because
absolutely,
that's what's back when you and I grew up. There was a lot of creativity missing. If you walked into a meeting and said, this company has to be more passionate, more creative, we got to love what we do more, and we have to be socially conscious along the way, you would have been laughed out of the room.
Go
right?
Find another job.
Exactly. It would have never happened. Right. So the fact that now we can talk about passion and purpose and like these things actually mean something in the business context, which is fantastic. Great improvement. But what we've gone to, as you said, the other extreme, doesn't seem like people can get the job done anymore.
No, that's why you get the two things together.
We have this problem. I've seen this over and over and over again. It's this. Oh, I've got lots of ideas. Execute, goddammit.
If what you've heard on Flow Research Collective Radio has been helpful, please consider doing us a solid and leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you are listening to this. Reviews help us connect to a wider audience so we can get these peak performance principles out to more people.